Welcome in, everybody, to the Press Row Show, the number one rated pregame, intermission, postgame show this side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, west of Oman. I'm intern Andrew. Anthony SanFilippo is with me. Russ is running a little bit late. He'll be here, I think, for first intermission. But since Russ isn't here, we figured we would replace one lunatic with another. So I would just give everyone a fair warning while you have the chance now. Just turn down the volume in your car if you value your eardrums. Broads, are you all right, buddy? Do you need a brown bag or something, or what?
I'm okay. I'm good. I'm ashamed of Russ. I mean, talk about lazy. Just lazy. Can't be here for poor puck drop.
Yeah, I know. So here's the thing. I want to just get into this for one quick second, because then we're going to talk hockey for the other 20 minutes that you're on with us. All right. So today, May 7th, is an important day for the Joy family and for the SanFilippo family.
Why's that?
It's Russ's daughter's birthday.
Oh.
It's my daughter's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Isn't that crazy?
You're here, though.
But I made it.
You made it.
I made it. And
Yep.
I talked to my daughter about it. I wanted to make sure she was cool with it. She was awesome about it. My daughter thinks it's great. She thinks it's awesome that I'm down here for Game 3. Russ, meanwhile, is sitting in traffic because he needed to spend just a little bit extra time at home.
He's a real Danny Tanner, that guy.
This isn't a regular season game, Russ. You know, I love my family, too, but let's not act like this is Game 36 on the second half of a back-to-back. This is for the season to stay alive. All right, we see the priorities. That's all.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Family. What a loser.
Look at that. Look at this. And now we got intern Andrew's mom.
That's my mom
in saying that
I
she
listen to you all the
she listens to you all the time.
I didn't even know that.
Well, see, you made fun of me, and now your family supports me. Shame on you.
Well, she would probably agree. You are nuts.
Well,
but
yeah, I know. A lot of people do say that.
I didn't say I didn't like you. We need a little lunacy sometimes.
That's true. That's
That's
why
what
Russ
makes
made
playoff hockey great.
Yeah,
you need people to be crazy.
That's how Russ made it. You know, it's funny. But we'll get into it, I promise.
Yeah.
But before we actually got to know each other, I would text you and be like, dude, Russ is losing his mind. Now, fast forward, 2 or 3 years later, I think me and Russ see everything the same.
I know.
It's actually disturbing.
Yeah,
It's scary.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And by the way, people are saying I'm ripping Russ's daughter. No. I love Russ's daughter. She is the cutest kid. That kid never stops smiling every time I see her. I adore his daughter. Russ, on the other hand, I don't adore.
Sure.
That's a difference.
Yeah,
that's the difference between the two.
Of course.
But anyway. So now let's talk a little bit about Flyers hockey.
Yeah,
tonight.
Your guest isn't in here yet, so I guess we'll wait for them.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know. She's letting me down, my guess.
That's whatever. But obviously you and Bundy did your Chickies and Pete show last night.
Yes.
An hour-long show, and now we got to do 30-minute pregame. I was wondering, what are we going to talk about? And I think the biggest talking point that's a difference between yesterday and today. As of you guys doing the podcast yesterday, Owen Tippett was still a game-time decision.
Yes.
He's now officially out for tonight.
Officially out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's dealing with undisclosed injuries.
Well, I would imagine so. It's one of those things where, look, we've been waiting for playoff hockey forever, Owen Tippett included, and with the way he was buzzing before he got hurt, nothing was going to hold him off the ice unless it was something insane. You know what I mean? Like, you're telling me this guy's been starving to prove himself this long. He finally gets an opportunity. The only thing that's going to hold him out is if it's something really
legit,
significant. So it's a shame. I actually feel bad. I feel bad. I want to see him.
Well, here's the thing, too, and that's the other thing. Anybody who thinks that, he's not sucking it up, right? Dude's been out there practicing every day. Every day. He's trying to get to a level where he can play. So to even suggest that Owen Tippett's, pulling an NBA athlete.
It doesn't happen in this league.
It doesn't happen in this
It
sport.
doesn't happen in this league.
Happen.
I think it's one of those things where he wants to so bad that it's probably eating him alive all day long.
Yeah.
That he can't put those skates on.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, people keep thinking it's a concussion. I can promise you it's not that. It's not a concussion.
He doesn't have a non-contact jersey now, does he?
No, he's actually been practicing in the regular jersey with everybody.
That would be the tough.
Yeah, no, and I thought, and I'll be honest, I was over in Voorhees yesterday, and I thought he was coming back tonight. And the reason I thought he was coming back tonight is normally if you're not going to play, you stay on the ice with the scratches and with the black aces, right? You're right. He did that in Raleigh, so that's kind of how we knew in Raleigh. Like, all right, he's out. He's not playing, right? But people love you. People love you, bros.
It's a lot of fun up here. I was listening to I was digesting your information.
Yeah.
So go ahead, keep going.
But then yesterday he came off when all the regulars came off, and other guys stayed out. And
So
I'm sitting there saying to myself,
yeah.
"This is it. He's coming back. He's going to try and play." And then I was as surprised as anyone when Tocchet said this morning that he was not going to be in the lineup.
And it's such a killer, too, because, man, do they need somebody with that speed, that physicality, that playmaking ability right now. They need it. Like, they need everything, obviously, healthy. They needed everything to make this thing a series, let alone down him and Noah Cates.
Yeah.
So,
well, I wanted to ask you about the way Game 2 kind of played out and taking that into Game 3 tonight. Obviously, they had a great start, and they had a tremendous overtime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they found a little something. They found something that you could do to this Carolina team and be successful. The one difference was they just didn't get the third goal. That was like the last thing that they needed to do. They seemed to have everything else figured out other than that third goal.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. And I think that's what you kind of have to lean on. I thought they cycled the puck well in that overtime. They went from low to high. They got some shots on net. I guess the one thing I wonder is it was so choppy with all the penalty calls that in that second period, when there weren't as many calls in the first half of the second,
yeah,
you could see Carolina sort of had the rhythm again. So I wonder what it looks like if it doesn't get choppy. Choppy almost benefits the Flyers because 5-on-5, I'm scared of Carolina's pace. So they found something. It's just I don't know. I'm worried that if we're looking at 60 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Is 50 minutes Carolina providing the pace and 10 minutes the Flyers finding something, and you got to find a way to maximize that 10-minute window? Do you know what I mean?
So that's what I was talking about with Bundy yesterday. I compared it to like auto racing, like Formula One.
Okay.
In the sense that, you get on the straightaway and you could floor it, right? You could floor it for the length of the straightaway. But as soon as you start going into the weird turns, you got to ramp it back a little bit, right? You got to pull back. But then you get on the straightaway again, you ramp it back up. So obviously you can't play 60 minutes the way you played in overtime.
Right.
But can you play 25, 30 minutes that way?
It's a fair question.
Right?
It's a fair question.
And that's
doesn't that beg the question, though, that if they had that in them, why didn't they do it in the third period?
Maybe.
You know what I
Maybe.
mean?
Well, maybe they didn't. Okay, well, here's the next layer.
I put it up there.
Maybe they feel confident now that they've seen themselves actually do it. Now, when they go back to the tape, they go, look, this is what we accomplished in overtime. This is what worked. And now there's actually something to see and feel and to believe compared to you not knowing in the third period yet because you never got to experience it yet. You know, Hey, I'm speaking out of my rear end looking for answers here. That's all.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm not wearing orange. It just looks that way under the light.
You're Big J. You don't mess around with any sort of Flyers color.
This is kind of like
it's a salmon, right?
Like a salmon color.
Yeah, it's a salmon. It does look weird on camera.
It does look orange on camera.
It's a salmon.
It's a salmon color, right. One thing that you brought up in off air beforehand,
yes,
and I wanted to kind of get into with you because I think I agree with you.
Mike Vrabel?
Not that conversation.
Oh.
We could do that another time.
Oh, okay.
But no.
I can talk about that for hours.
Yeah, I know. That could be long. That's a long conversation. No, but what you were saying, you were talking about Carolina and like their history, right?
Yeah.
Almost as if a team that was really, really good the last few years, but just is missing that little something, that little edge that can kind of get you over the line and become a Stanley Cup finalist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you asked this question. You posited it this way. You said, are they still that team and the Flyers just aren't like quite there yet to be able to make them to expose that again?
Right.
Or are they, is it, or have they found that edge and now they're going to make that run?
I think it's probably a combination of both. And I'm not trying to, poo-poo the Flyers here, but I do think it's the level of competition Carolina is playing this round. Like if the Carolina Hurricanes were playing Buffalo this round, I don't know if we're looking at Carolina with the same exact set of eyes that we're watching them right now. Now,
right.
I don't want to take away credit because my gut tells me that this is a different Carolina team than the previous postseason failure teams. I do think that they have taken a jump. I just don't know if they're taking the jump enough where they're on the level of Colorado or on the level of Vegas when they won the Cup. Like, are they there yet? Or do they just look like they're closer to that than they really are because of the Flyers?
Yeah. Well,
and I don't want to knock the Flyers. They're putting everything they got out there, and they're giving it all they got, and I respect it. But I don't know what Carolina is yet.
Yeah, and that's a good question. And I think I agree with you because, look, let's be honest. Game 1, the Flyers did not play well. It was probably their worst game of the playoffs. If you rank the 8 games, right,
mm-hmm.
I would say Game 1 of the Carolina series was number 8.
Yes.
right? And they struggled a little bit with Pittsburgh in 3, 4, and 4-5, and then in somewhat in 6. But I still think Game 1 against Carolina was their worst game.
100%.
Game 2 was probably their 4th best game. It's probably right in the middle, right? Maybe even a little bit better than Game 3. Might have been their 3rd best game, behind Games 1 and 2 against the Penguins. And so you saw that they could bring it to Carolina, and Carolina did not handle that well, right?
Yeah.
They just didn't handle it well. They took 7 penalties, gave the Flyers 7 power plays, right? They're usually a much more disciplined team.
So are you saying this positively, that if they're not the team that we thought they were, then there's actually wiggle room for the Flyers to sneak in?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I think that maybe they might not have yet found that extra edge.
Right.
They might get it eventually this round. They might get it next round, whatever, and get to the final. But I don't necessarily think they've gotten it yet, because I think what you saw in Game 2 is a blueprint for how you should play against that team.
Well, the Hurricanes, this is their 7th playoff game this year. The first 6, that was the only time that they've really been punched in the mouth. It was the first time they've trailed the entire.
Yeah, because Ottawa, they just handled business with ease.
They never trailed. I think the Senators took them to overtime once. But other than that, I don't think the Hurricanes.
Well, yeah,
really
that was the crazy game where they scored in overtime and then they called it back.
Yeah, they scored twice.
Yeah. They just scored twice because Carolina. Yeah, the goal got called
That's
back.
the other thing, is that the goalie that you're going against, a seasoned veteran like Frederik Andersen, you're not really making him sweat at all.
No,
for the most part.
TK could have.
Yeah,
if he could have,
he put it on.
Now, do you feel Vladar? And this is what is a little nasty, and I said this on WIP earlier today. I feel icky because it's kind of like gross to ask Vladar to post shutouts constantly, but I need him to just not allow more than one tonight for them to win. And that's so hard to do, but I need him to only allow one goal for me to feel comfortable. And I thought he probably should have had the save against who scored the second goal? Jarvis.
Yeah.
You think it's crazy to say he probably should have saved that second goal against Jarvis, or am I nuts?
Probably.
I'm not sure he should have made it. Or both. We're both.
It's probably both.
Okay.
No,
both.
but I think he should. I think he gave it was. I mean,
it touched his glove, right? Am I nuts?
Yeah. Well, so you know what, Broads, and nobody's talking about this either.
Jarvis was also way overdue.
That's his weakness, the glove side. Watch how teams shoot for that a lot, and you see a lot of pucks just go in and out of his glove or tip off of his glove. It's just like he just misses. I think it's been identified by teams that's where you got to shoot on Vladar. He's still not giving up a ton of goals. But if you have to say what's the one spot you want, it's like all right, a pitcher is susceptible or a batter is susceptible to pitches down and away, right? Even if it's a good hitter. Well, this is where he's susceptible.
Yeah,
he's human there.
What do you make of TK? I love TK. Obviously, I think a lot of us appreciate what TK has provided, but
somebody just called him Tobias Konechny. That's very mean.
Yeah, I've seen the Tobias thing. It's a shame.
So I know everybody gets into the whole he's only scored 2 goals in 30 playoff games thing. And what I said on the show
30 playoff games?
Only 2 goals. But what I said on the show last night, and this is not meant to defend Konechny in any way. I'm going to make my point. His first year that he was in the playoffs, he was a rookie. Right?
And scored in that series.
He did score a goal, but I mean, you kind of give that one a little bit of a.
Sure, I'm not crushing Martone for any of this stuff.
Right, exactly. His second playoff series was in the bubble. And while he should have been better than he was, you can understand why somebody would be a little bit off in the bubble, right? I mean, the way the world was. I just can't give anybody credit for something they did well in the bubble, nor can I give anybody a hard time for something they did bad in the bubble. So this to me is the first time we have a true series of games. You look at with Travis Konechny and say, okay, show me something. And he just hasn't. And so that's why I'm a little bit more critical of him now than I would be of the entirety of his playoff history, right? This time now. And look, he's accountable. He takes credit for his mistakes. He doesn't try and pin it on somebody else, right? But you can't miss the net from 10 feet away on a breakaway.
It's almost like he hesitated or the pressure got to him or whatever. How do you not deke?
Yeah.
You got to deke, right? I mean, if you're sniping, you better score.
Right.
You cannot do that. And I guess Charlie got some information that it was actually technically saved. Well, we got to go to the replay booth that intensely to check out if it hit blocker or not. then it's not good enough.
Did they? But did it? I don't know.
know.
They didn't credit him with a shot.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, if it did, then they missed it.
But I'm just saying, if we have to go to the – and we love Charlie, okay? Does a great job.
Yeah.
But if you got to get to the point of we need a binoculars and got to slow this thing down to the nth degree, then guess what? The shot sucked.
Yeah.
The shot sucked.
He admitted the shot sucked,
Yeah.
too. He admitted the shot sucked. But, here's the thing. And so many people want to, just get him out of the lineup. It's the same thing with Forster and with Dvorak. Yeah, they have not produced. But hockey is more than just scoring goals and putting up points, right? And I think that the way that all three of those guys play on the ice, there's a reason they're still out there, game in and game out, and getting the minutes that they're getting. Yeah, you want them to produce. Yeah, they need to produce if this team's going to win. But you can't pull them out. Like, if you're pulling them out, who are you putting in place?
No,
right?
I'm with you. I never understood the whole – every time a guy plays bad, let's not act like we got 7 Sidney Crosby sitting in the press box waiting to get in.
Right.
With all due respect to these guys. But, everyone, Yank Forster, he stinks. Well, come on. I mean, the reason why you're here is because of Forster. This whole thing is about letting these kids gain the opportunity to play playoff hockey and see what it's like. Now, with that said, I think Mitchkov deserved the 1-game sit, and then he went out there and he played good hockey after that. So it's not all apples to apples. Just because someone plays poorly, we're yanking everyone out. It doesn't work that way.
Correct.
Seriously, what do you think is sitting there? Jet Luchenko is now and that's not a spot for him. It's unfair to put him into this situation and say, go help us beat Carolina and keep our season alive.
Right. And I'll tell you, and we talked about this a little bit too. You lose tonight, and you want to get Luchenko or Oliver Bonk a playoff game down 3-0. I mean, people would think the pressure's on because, it's a must-win. You can't lose. You're eliminated. The pressure is off once it's 3-0. It's like you're probably not going to come back and win this series, but go ahead and go out and play hockey.
Especially if they get 5 power play opportunities, score on none of them.
Yeah.
Throw Bonk out there.
Yeah.
Throw Bonk out there.
Right.
What do you got to lose?
Right. But that's what I'm saying. But you don't do it now because you're still in this series. You win tonight. It's a brand new series in a sense. You can't just put these kids who've never been in this spot out there and just say, go do it.
It's unfair.
Go figure it out.
And guess what? There's a reason why they're not doing it. Because they see exactly what we're saying here. You know what I mean? It's not like Tockett's salivating going, I need Luchenko in here. There's a reason why Grudstrom's in over Luchenko. It's the right move.
If Cates is healthy, are we even having a Luchenko conversation?
No.
Okay.
No. I think it's literally because Noah Cates is injured.
Yeah.
So do we trust Sparky up the middle? I like him.
He's looked good.
I like him. He's just his pesty little, he's like, he's always in your face, the snarl. It's unreal.
What I really like about him is how smart he is.
Yeah.
He's a smart hockey player.
Yeah. He's small, but he doesn't play as small as he is.
You know what he's got a little bit of in him?
Broads. Nah, I was Justin Braun.
Yeah.
I was so Justin Braun. It hurts. It's the D-man.
He's got a little Danny in him.
Ooh. Okay, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
A little bit screw you. You think I'm too small to play this game. I'm going to go into the hard areas.
Let's camp him out at the goal line and see if he can bury the same way Danny buried.
I think but if you go back and watch Danny at 20 years old, you'd probably see a very similar player.
Yep.
Right? When he was with the Coyotes back then.
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
Very, very similar
How
player.
about Buffalo Danny? You miss Buffalo Danny?
Buffalo Danny was incredible, actually. That was a hell of a Danny.
It was.
That 06 series was a nightmare.
Yeah, he was really, really good against the Flyers. And those guys couldn't move. Hatcher and Rathje, remember that? Oh my God. They couldn't move at all.
We talked about Jason Smith before this thing. What are we doing today with these names?
I know. We're throwing it back. All right, Broads, another conversation that we briefly had before the show started, and I kind of want to dig in with you. I know you were pretty anti-Tocchet at one point during the year.
Yeah.
And I understand why. I completely understand why. I'm still, in my mind, I think the jury is still out on the coach. But it would be really wrong of us to sit here and say that he has not done a good job with this team at this point. They are where they are because of the way that he's put this together. And any kind of continued criticism, and there are things to criticize him about, individual things, as there are any coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I respect the most about the job that he's done is that he does not feel like he has the answer to everything, and that he's willing to solicit others' opinions and give things a try and see if it works. And gives the credit where credit is due. Like, he gave credit to Pete DeBoer about changing the defense, right? From the Olympics.
Yeah.
He gave credit to Keith Jones about saying, let's try Denver Barkey as a center. Like, I mean, like, he gives credit for that.
Right.
You know, and that doesn't make him a bad coach because he didn't come up with the idea.
No, I saw that. That was
in fact, it makes him a good coach.
I was going to say the exact opposite.
A better coach because he's willing to listen to other people around him. So I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on him, considering what we've learned about him now since the Olympic break.
Yeah, I think he's done a tremendous job. I really do. Now, at the time of the hiring, there were a few things that scared me. One, I was afraid of the classic old Flyers thing just because we were doing it again. And I'm always going to have the PTSD of, like, we always live that life. So that scared me. And then just some of the Pedersen stuff out in Vancouver. And sure, he won a Jack Adams. And then after that, it was a little nasty afterwards. So just all that, I just assumed that there were a handful of guys, right? The Tortorellas, the DeBoers, the this, the that, the Tocchet's. They all just recycle, and they're all just guys, and they all just sort of have 5-year waves in all these organizations, and they're all the same. Like, that was just my fear. But now that I get to see him every day and I see how he operates, I think the one thing that I really appreciate about him is the way he communicates with his players. Like, the way he communicates with Zegras. You're going to come in at wing. The goal is to get you at center. We're going to ease you into it. Like, the way that this is long thought out and processed and communicated to the guys. I think that's why maybe it was choppy early, but now it's settling in as it went on late because it was about this long journey and the way he pressed buttons to get there. I was fascinated by his journey to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It was a long journey for him to reach his end goal, but he sort of had this vision the whole way, went through the ride, and got it to where it needed to be by the end, and he trusted what his goal was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'll give you a great example, right? Think about Sean Couturier. All right, here's a guy who, I don't know, Broads, 2 months ago, we were all saying, what the heck are you going to do with this guy?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to buy him out? Like, what the hell are they going to do, right?
Yeah.
And then he has a heart-to-heart conversation with him. And the heart-to-heart conversation with him that he has, he says, listen, I remember when I was in this spot towards the end of my career, and there was a lot of young guys taking over the roles that I usually played. And I had to accept going into a different role if the team was going to succeed. And I could have gone one of two ways. I could have gone, 100%, I'm in, I'm going to do it, I'm going to lead by example and help this team, or I could just go out there, collect a paycheck, and just kind of BS my way through it, right?
Sure.
Right?
And Coots has been so good.
And how good has he been?
Him and Sanheim, I've just appreciated so much throughout these games.
Yeah, they've been sensational.
I know.
They've been sensational.
And Sanheim, thank you, Mrs. Krug.
Yeah.
For saying no. They're saying no.
That's right.
Seriously, though, this kid is unbelievable. And people still call him, he's soft, he's not that. Yeah. Dude, come on, man. Like, he made the team Canada. And not to get too sidetracked, Schaefer, maybe he would have been in over Sanheim or whatever, but, like, he's one of the best defensemen in Canada.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Put some respect on him.
100%. So, like, I look at what happened with Coots, and look, it's on Coots, too. I mean, He's had a great playoff because he bought into it, and he's been fantastic. And I think maybe now you look at it and say, hey, this is a role that I can embrace the rest of my career, right? And he'll be really good at it. But that comes from Tocchet being able to relate to him and talk to him on a human level and understand and get him to buy into being that guy for this team.
Right.
That's coaching. Right there.
100%. The only knock I'm still going to give the Tocchet thing is we got to find out the power play stuff.
No, it's a disaster.
I know.
It's a disaster.
It's a problem that pre-existed.
I know, you're right. And it's personnel-based, and they're trying Risto, and if Risto's at the top of your power play, it's a problem. And I thought maybe Drysdale with the right-handed shot, and the shot's been better this year. I don't know what the problem is, but, like, dude.
Yeah. Well, you know what the thing is? You know what's interesting with Drysdale? I think his shot is better from maybe 5 feet closer. You get back to that blue line, it's not as heavy.
Yeah.
You get 5 feet, 6 feet closer, all of a sudden that's where he scores from.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of his goals come from that top of the circle into the high slot area, right?
There's only one play that I like that they use on the power play, and it's essentially like the Zegras one-timer they feed.
Yeah.
Other than that,
they got nothing.
How is TK not productive on the power play?
I don't know.
How is he? How does he become the guy? He's too skilled for me to think you got to yank him off the power play.
Yeah.
He's too good of a goal scorer. Why am I saying that?
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Yeah. Couple of bad pass options, I think, on the – they had some opportunities in the last game. They had a few chances, and they just made the wrong play. And it was – I know that frustrated.
Didn't they have like 7 attempts?
Yeah, they did. But they had 3 different times where they had the puck in the slot and just had to make a simple pass for a wide-open slam dunk goal and didn't make the simple pass.
Was that the Mitchkov, the Dvorak, the Martone backdoor? There was one of those.
There was one of those.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Where's Dvorak?
Yeah, well, he's
hurt.
He's also playing really hurt.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah, he's playing really hurt.
He was so good in the regular season.
Yeah.
He was so good.
Yeah. But
Can you explain something to me about Dvorak?
Yeah.
Because Jackie and Charlie both tweeted, I guess Tocchet said that he's in, but it depends on warm-ups. What does that mean?
Nah, he's in.
Well, why did you even add that other part?
Well, I mean, it's probably just because Tocchet just, word salads things sometimes.
He's in, but like also he might not be in. I thought maybe because I saw Jackie tweet it first. I thought maybe there was like a typo or something.
Yeah, no,
and Charlie tweeted the exact same thing.
Yeah, no.
What could that possibly mean?
Yeah, no.
What scratches took warm-ups?
I didn't. Well, we were up here talking, so we didn't get to see.
Did Mitch cough? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Stupid joke.
Stupid joke.
I'm a stupid
All right.
person.
Last thing before we let you go.
Yes.
You got a prediction for tonight?
Yes, I do. 2-1 Fly Guys, and we're extending this puppy emotionally.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1. You're close to my final score.
Are you going to tweet the graphic with my name on it?
We'll put it on. We'll put Broads' pick.
I want Broads on the graphic.
We'll put Broads on the graphic
That's
too.
right.
All right. Look, Andrew's responsible for that, so we'll make sure he does.
I mean, we don't have a graphic. We just
I want a graphic.
Tweet it.
No,
talk to your guy on the day. I'll do it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Broads, thank you, my friend.
Broads, you're a beauty.
It's a pleasure to have you on Snow the Goalie finally.
Yeah, we'll do it again sometime.
Do it again, absolutely. Hopefully next round, right? Against another opponent. Get you to come on at that point.
Are you kidding me? We get a Buffalo series, a little Fly Guys Buffalo.
That'd be fun.
Nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to take a picture? Go ahead, take a picture. I love a guy taking a selfie with us right now.
Beautiful.
You got it. Broads, it's a pleasure, my friend.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you. Hunter Brody, WIP, absolutely one of the beauts in this sport, for sure. Super chat. Super chat from Zilla. This is all the negative people out there. Keep the faith. We are not dead. I still believe. Ignite the Args. Let's go Flyers. Thank you, Zilla. One of our big listeners of the show and tweets at me all the time with the Godzilla photo. That's awesome.
That's good.
That's awesome.
Well, I got bad news for Dean Youngblood.
What's that?
He thinks Owen Tippett's going to get a hat trick. That's going to be very, very difficult for him.
Yeah, and he had Kate's with 3 assists. Yeah, that's funny. By the way, you said you pulled up my daughter's tweet or message.
Yes.
I missed it. Do you still have it?
Yeah.
By any chance? Yeah.
I missed it. I missed it because that was right when I was doing my intro, so I wasn't looking at the screen.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sitting at home, getting to watch my hockey team and my dad from my computer screen on my birthday. What a treat. Let's go Flyers. Look at that. Amelia. That's my Amelia. Happy birthday to my daughter, Amelia. She's a rock star. No question about it. And happy birthday to Russ's daughter, Pia. Because she's one of the sweetest kids ever, even if Russ sucks for being late to get here. By the way, did you see Russ tweeted us that some woman was dancing, hanging out of a van?
Yes.
As he was pulling up into the parking lot or parking area here?
I took that to mean that he had already parked and walked by her, and then his next comment was traffic is not moving. So he's sitting out there somewhere.
Yeah,
it's probably still on Broad Street somewhere.
It's not good. It's not good out there. Okay, go. Okay, because he wasn't smart the first time.
Broads is doing the limbo.
Yeah, so the first time he tried to get under, he ducked under the camera cord.
I think he thought he was going to sit here.
Ah, gotcha.
I think that's what he thought.
Fair enough. So, so it's going to be interesting. Well, Bundy will be here shortly. I know that they wrap up at 8 o'clock. So we'll have Bundy to get in here to give us his 3 keys, and also what do you got? What's going on?
You see that guy's jersey?
That guy?
No, the guy that had the number 69 jersey.
Oh yeah.
Well, he walked by and he was booing us.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's this guy's problem? And he had a customized Flyers number 69 jersey. I'm not sure if I should say what the nameplate said.
No, I wouldn't say that. I see who the nameplate is. I wouldn't say it on the air.
Funny, but also you've got to be like a unbelievable D-bag to wear that in public.
You do. You absolutely have to be a D-bag to wear that in public. There's no question about it. No question about it. Hopefully, since he's up here, though, we'll get him walking by multiple times and have Bundy and Russ be able to see that.
Bundy, for sure, would get a kick out of that.
Yes, for
it's
sure.
It's one of those things. It's funny to, in private, but like to actually wear that to a Flyers game is outrageous.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Outrageous is the truth.
Trying to think of, I had a couple other talking points. So Biz is standing firm. The Flyers just need to go into full scumbag hockey to have a chance in this series. Do you think maybe that would mean or suggest maybe considering bringing Hathaway back in?
Well, Hathaway's going to be back in.
But he is playing tonight.
Yeah, well, now because Tippett's not, that's who's coming in.
Oh, right. Okay. That makes sense.
So Hathaway is coming back in. Here's Bundy.
What's up, Undizzle?
I don't know. We can ask Bundy what he thinks about that, but I want to get his keys and stuff first. As soon as he's ready, as soon as he's set, as soon as he's good to go. Yeah, he's got to put his glasses on. Oh, is he taking a picture with this dude? Oh, he's taking a picture. Oh, no, he left something in there. Okay, there we go.
He thought that he was taking a picture with him. Bundy just blew right by him.
Bundy just cross-checked him.
The same guy that took a selfie with us, Bundy got up and walked towards him, and the guy thought that he was going to get a selfie with Bundy, and Bundy
because Bundy left something.
Reggie White swim moved him.
Yeah, he left something in the studio. I don't know what he forgot.
Only the playoffs, man. Only the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know what he forgot.
Oh, no, but Bundy is going to take a picture. Okay, that's class, Bundy. That's class.
Good stuff.
That was good.
Good work. Look at this guy. This guy's got a what's he got on his head?
It's a gritty hat or something.
Yeah. I forgot my phone.
You all right, Bundy?
I forgot my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Just in the 2 seconds that you've been walking around, there have been a cast of characters out here on the concourse.
We have some real hardcore geniuses here tonight.
Really?
Real men of genius up here on this level with us tonight. So wait till you see some of them. But anyway, all right, it's time for Bundy's keys of the game.
Number 1 tonight, guys, shoot the puck. The Flyers need to shoot the puck more often and get more traffic to Anderson's crease. Too many times the Flyers have tried to make the perfect play and looking for weak side opportunities. Taking the shot is the best approach for a Flyers team seeking more offense. Number 2, filling the Cates void. As we found out yesterday, Noah Cates will miss the remainder of the series with a lower body injury. He does a lot for this team, both offensively and defensively. And it's going to be important in this game tonight for others to step up in his absence and try to fill both those voids that his presence leaves. And number 3, forechecking pressure. The Hurricanes have no need to alter their swarming forecheck. That has keyed their 6-0 record so far in the playoffs. Excuse me. Game 2 was the only time they ever trailed so far in the playoffs. Philly did a better job at handling the pressure in Game 2 than they did in Game 1. However, there's still room for improvement. Meanwhile, the Flyers' own forecheck picked up immensely as Game 2 went along, especially in overtime. More of the same is required.
There you go.
Well said. So Russ, he texted his prediction already. He said 3-2 Flyers.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with him. And the thing that led me to that score was, Bundy, what you said yesterday about the Flyers getting the 2 quick ones in Game 2, had plenty of other power play opportunities to get that third one, and they never did. They never got that third goal. I think 3 is the magic number tonight, and I will take the Flyers 3-2 because of that.
I also think 3 is the magic number, but I don't think that they give up 2. I think that if we talked about this too yesterday, Bundy, I think that Dan Vladar needs to steal them a game, and I think this is the game that he steals for them to get them back into the series. I will say Flyers win this one 3-1. Check out this dude's jersey right here.
But it's the 69.
Look
Read
what
the
he's got
nameplate
on the back. Did you see the back?
Cranking hot? Jeez, I couldn't read that.
Oh, good. I'm glad you missed the last word. I'll tell you off air. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, this is a must-win. This is the Flyers' season again here. They're up against it. They cannot fall down 3-0 to Carolina. This is an absolute must-win. I'm going Flyers tonight 4-2.
4-2. So there we go. So we all picked the Flyers tonight. Everybody's got it going for this game. Yeah, I mean, this is, Bundy, this is what it comes down to, man. Like, I was a little surprised Owen Tippett's not in the lineup tonight. I guess that injury is a lot worse than even they were letting on initially. I thought the way he was been practicing the last few days he's going to be in tonight, and he's not. The question that Andrew asked right before you sat down was, do they need to get back to playing the kind of hockey they played in the first 2 games against Pittsburgh, where they were super physical, a little bit of scrum stuff, all the stuff that everybody called it the scumbag hockey, right?
Yeah.
Like, do they need to do that at all with this Carolina team tonight?
I don't know if Carolina is going to oblige them.
Right.
That's the thing. They're going to try to stay out of that stuff. I mean, I saw them even last game when the Flyers tried to start stuff. They just kind of backed away and stayed away from it. So they don't want to get into the dirt with the Flyers, but I think the Flyers can try to muck this game up a little bit.
Yeah.
Drag them into a fight.
Yeah.
And that'll suit them the best in this game.
I agree. I do. And I don't think I think you got to be careful. I also think you got to get traffic in front of Anderson. I don't think they've done a great job getting traffic in front of him.
Yeah, that flows along with my shooting the puck tonight. Getting more traffic, competing hard against him in that crease area when that puck's loose.
Make him uncomfortable.
Make him uncomfortable. You're allowed to do that and do it clean, too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, I said a little bit ago that Anderson's barely had to sweat at all in this postseason. And the other thing I said was that, the very, very beginning of the game, too, is the only time Carolina got punched in the face. Now, to their credit, they stood in the ring and they came back and won. So, I mean, this team does have a lot of resolve. Obviously, we already knew that this was not going to be an easy series, but, they got to do it tonight. They got to do it.
This is it. This will be fun. So we will be here for both first intermission, second intermission. If there is an overtime, the overtime intermission, and then post game. Russ and Bundy will take you through post game. But we're right up against the anthem here, or it's not really the anthem, I guess. They're going to do "God Bless America." I got to imagine.
Same thing.
Yeah, I got to imagine. But we'll be back, so stick with us. We'll have the StatCast up during the intermission, so you can have the game on and see all the stats on your computer screen or your tablet right there as you're watching it on TV. And then come back and join us as we break down each period, and we do it without a commercial break.
That's
right.
True.
We do it unlike the TV. We give you a raw, honest opinion without the commercial break. And sometimes things go off the rails because of Russ. So, So, Andrew, you want to take us out?
All right, talk to you in a little bit.
There you go.
Oh, welcome into the Press Row Show, the number one rated pregame intermission postgame show this side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, west of Angola. What did you say, intern? Oman in pregame? Oman? Okay. Welcome in. I'll tell you what, guys, up until the last 4.5 minutes or so of that period, I would argue that was one of the strongest periods the Flyers have played, not just in this series, but considering the level of the opponent, maybe of the entire postseason. And they get a bad break, a late power play given up, puck off the boards behind the net, deposited into the net. And then when the Flyers get a little bit of life there at the very end of the period with a power play of their own, you got a pick play run at the blue line, and they're going to call that every time.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that they had a great start. That's the kind of start that you wanted, right, Bundy?
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
yeah, perfect.
You wanted that start.
I don't think the Flyers could have played any better.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Considering the guys out of their lineup and who they've had to mix and mingle the lines.
Yes,
like
he
this
is.
Guy. What
yes,
in the hell is on his head?
It's a tutu.
Why does he have a tutu on his head?
I don't know, but he called Bundy the effing man.
We're in rare form.
Right.
Rare
He's
form
right.
tonight.
He's right. He's right.
He is right.
He's right. It's absolutely right. But no, you're right. I mean, it was as good a period as you could have hoped for to come out. Problem is they hit 3 posts. Well, at least 2. I couldn't tell. Maybe the fans got the replay at home on the bump one. I don't know if that was a save, if it hit the post, if it hit the outside of the net. Anyway, but yeah, Konechny hit the post, Martone hit the post, and then Bumps maybe hit the post. They had so many chances, and then the Ristolainen shot that almost goes in, and Slavin pulls it back.
Play.
Like, they had so many opportunities and didn't score. And then, there's a penalty on Couturier. It was a penalty. It was unintentional, but it was a penalty. And you get a goofy bounce off the end wall, and Jordan Stahl's able to bang it home, and you're down a goal at this point. And that's you got to feel a little snake bit in there, I think. But if I'm Rick Tocchet, I go into that locker room in intermission here, Bunny, and say, don't change a thing.
Yeah, they really don't need to change anything. I think they did a good job. Russ, thanks for joining us. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Bundy.
They did not. They played a great period. I mean, they hit 2 posts, 1 crossbar, another post. I don't think they need to change up a whole hell of a lot. I mean, even the goal Carolina got was a lucky goal. It misses the shot wide, and then Eric Stahl's on the side of the doorstep on the side of the net, and he's able to bank it off of Vladar into the net. But no, I mean, that's kind of the way Carolina's been going. I mean, they've won 6 games in a row in the playoffs. I watched a little bit of the last 2 games they played against Ottawa in that series. They got pushed back a little bit in those games, but they still found a way to win. And that's really kind of been the tale of who Carolina is. So they had a lot of good fortune for them that period. A lot of the hockey guys were watching over them. Yeah. That's no doubt about it.
I want to. There's a lot of people.
Well, hold on, before you get there, I know where you're going to go.
Yeah.
Bunny, I want to posit a theory to you. We saw Pittsburgh do a lot of. It almost looked like the intentional play off the boards behind Vladar in the first round, and it ended up helping them a couple of times.
Yeah.
In that series. I'm not sure if that was an intentional one. It kind of looked like the way that things were set up. It could have been. That could have been one of the outcomes. Is there any thought there to try to get Vladar off rhythm to intentionally play one behind the net like that and play the ricochet?
I can tell you the way Svechnikov came around the outside, he was not trying to miss the net. He was trying to hit the net. It just got redirected up just to the side of the net and then right back onto the stick of Stahl. Yeah, there's no way he was trying that. That was like a nice opportunity to shoot the puck, and a Flyer player made a nice play on the redirection to actually deflect it away from the net.
A couple of people in there complaining about the officiating, and far be it from me to tell you that to try and defend officials, because I think you've heard me say it before. I think they're terrible. That said, the penalty on Couturier was a penalty. The penalty on Drysdale was a penalty. Yeah. It absolutely was. You cannot run a pick play. Now, does Jordan Stahl sell it a little bit? Sure he does. But I mean, you can't run a pick play in hockey. And that's exactly
that was against the rules, and that's a penalty.
It's an interference penalty.
And it's an easy call to make.
Yeah, so for anybody who, and I know the fans here went nuts, and the people in our chat are freaking out about it. Was a penalty, guys. I'm sorry, it was. It sucks, but it was a penalty. So
one of the things that's coming out of this, and it's not something that we typically get to focus on much because we're up here and we're not seeing what they're highlighting on TV, but there are people in the comments mentioning it, so we may as well show it here. Tocchet apparently was giving it to Zegras at some point. I don't know if you guys saw it in real time or not. I did not. We'll have to do the scrub play here, but he got very animated apparently with Zegras over on the bench. Now, I don't know. I mean, you're at a point right now where the season is very much on the line,
right? I mean, a loss tonight effectively ends the series. A win tonight gives you hope in extending the series and potentially living to see a few more days. I'm not necessarily opposed to a coach giving it to a player if he feels like he was irresponsible. I mean, does this speak to you on the idea of it being nervousness? And he's usually pretty cool, calm, and collected, except for the officials. Is there any reason to worry that it's
no? I mean,
the moment kind of getting big here, or no?
Well, I mean, the moment is always getting big, right? I mean, and coaches are always going to respond in those moments. I mean, you see it with any coach. I mean, you find any coach who's just standing there stoically in the biggest moments, and you ain't going to find it. Like, you're just not.
Yeah.
Unless you have a comfortable lead or whatever the case might be. But I think he's probably on Zegras. I don't know when that exactly happened. I can't identify it from just the scrubbing video there. But we've talked a lot about Zegras when he plays center versus when he plays wing. And he's back at center tonight after he was at wing in Game 2, which he was much better in Game 2 on the wing. When you're at center, there's going to be some mistakes that are probably happening. I mean, Carolina had some chances that occurred out there. And it's probably something that, you don't really see unless they broke it down on TV. And it was probably something that was a center responsibility that Zegras missed. And it's probably something that they've gone over repeatedly, and he missed it. It's my guess. Again, if they said something on the TV broadcast that kind of got into more detail, tell us in the chat. I'm just going off of what I expect it to be.
Bundy, if you have a coach who is pretty even keel behind the bench, does it make it that much more impactful when he does finally kind of get in the guy's face?
Yeah. Talk seems like a pretty calm guy back there. Like, he's a fiery guy by nature, but I think in terms of his team, he lets things come to him pretty easily, and he lets them roll off him a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, that's part of coaching, trying to get your message through to a player. Maybe it's some conversation he had with him before the game, and there was still a mistake with it. Like, usually that will make a coach ticked off a little bit. If you talk to him about a certain thing on the ice and then he didn't execute it, you could sometimes get hot over it. But I don't think it's anything, nothing to be concerned about, just a coach trying to get through to a player in a different way.
I agree.
We will have to talk about the elephant in the room in the arena tonight.
Yes.
On the ice. Well, I was going to say on the ice. I know I'm sure there's something else you want to get to, but on the ice. But before we do, we have to go out. It is the first intermission, and for those who are new to the show, that can only mean one thing. Intern Andrew, who did yeoman's work as the host of the show pregame, is here with his stat of the night.
Yes. All right. Let me do things backwards. I'll do the Hurricane stat first. Try to switch up the vibes here.
There you go.
So Game 2, the overtime hero for the Hurricanes was Taylor Hall. He scores a goal. That set a Hurricanes franchise record for longest point streak to begin a postseason. He has gotten at least 1 point in all 6 of the Hurricanes playoff games so far to start this postseason run for them. And then for the Flyers, being down 2-0 in the series, I know it's difficult, but the Flyers in history have done it 3 times. Been down 2-0 in a series and come back and won. First time was 77 in the quarterfinal round against the Maple Leafs. Second time, Bundy, you were part of it. It was 2000, second round against the Penguins. And the last time it happened was that famous 3-0 comeback against the Bruins in 2010. So it's an uphill battle. We all know that, but it's been done before. So hopefully that just take it one shift at a time here.
Yeah.
Fellas.
Well done, intern.
Thank you.
Good stat.
All right, what did you want?
He's in full-on playoff form.
Yeah, what's the elephant in the room you want to talk about?
The elephant in the room that I want to talk about is the power play, which continues. I mean, it just
I have a different elephant.
I know you do, but it just continues to be a killer in these games where you're playing a team that you have to be near perfect against. Whenever you do get the man advantage, you at some point have got to have a breakthrough.
Yeah, I mean, they really have only had one opportunity in the first period. The second one was kind of wiped out by the Drysdale penalty, so didn't really even get a chance to get that one started. But the first power play, do you even remember anything about it, Bundy? Like,
no,
I don't think they even got set up.
No, it looked like their typical power play.
I don't think that first power play was so abysmal that I don't think they even got set up. Like, it was so unremarkable. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. It's a problem, and it's going to continue to be a problem as long as they're in the playoffs. They don't have the people to get it done.
Bundy, getting in your head here for a second, like power plays, if you're on the power play and it's not working, you're probably gripping the stick a little bit harder. You might be overthinking things. You're looking for the perfect pass. You may be getting your own heads a little bit. You don't look at it as the kind of boost that you would if your power play is successful. On the flip side of that, though, is it easy to kind of almost let off the gas a little bit on the penalty kill if you know that the opposition is struggling the way that they are?
You never let up off the gas because you're always worried about some kind of a backdoor play or something developing for another team's power play. That's why you have to be sharp, whether you're in your diamond or the box, killing it off. But the way the Flyers operate their power play, I mean, if they want to move it around the perimeter, they can go ahead and do that all for 2 minutes if they want. Yeah. What I'm trying to do as a player on the penalty kill is to make sure they don't get any shots through, to try to take away their shooting lanes. And that's what a job of a penalty killer does, and then to clear out the front of the porch as a defenseman after if there's any loose pucks. But the Flyers are, I mean, they're trying to go to the point. It's going out of the zone. Their regroups have been terrible. It's not been a good power play. I mean, and it's not given them any life. In fact, it takes a little bit of the life out of them every time they go on a power play.
So Air Raiders has a good point. I just watched the clip since I didn't have to scrub it here. Talkett was telling Zegras to play the game and let him handle the refs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some basic lip reading there. He says play the effing game, but he does. He signals to himself, like, let me handle that. So if anybody was, in their feelings or worried about there now being a rift between Trevor Zegras and Rick Talkett, I mean, that is kind of what you want, though, as a coach, right? Like,
yeah,
you don't want your guys to start looking for every call because then you're not actively engaged in the game.
Correct.
You're not hustling back to help.
Correct.
You're looking for that call. Can't have it.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah, so Talkett's right.
Yeah. Now, the other elephant in the room has nothing to do with on ice.
Yeah.
It has to do with off ice. And I was floored when I walked into this building today because I don't know what they're thinking. I hope that it doesn't turn out the same.
You can see them here.
But
see them behind us.
I cannot believe that they handed out the bracelets again, Bundy.
Didn't they get thrown on the ice one year?
2016 against Washington.
It sure did.
It was an embarrassment. It was a national story. They got blown. Now they got blown out in that game, and they lost to Washington, and all the fans started throwing them on the ice. And Lou Nolan had to say, come on and say, stay classy or whatever. I forget whatever the hell he said, but it was unbelievable that they never brought him back again until tonight.
And they're back.
And I'm sitting here saying, I hope they don't lose this game because they're going to end up on the ice.
Yeah, I know.
It'd be great if you had like a Sean Couturier hat trick and all the bracelets ended up on the ice for a good reason. But yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know.
So I have a theory, though, and I'll throw it to you, Ant. My theory here, and I'm probably very wrong, but
you might not be.
But Game 6 against Pittsburgh, they had a little rally towel. They had shirts for the first 2 home games, no shirt for Game 6. It was just a rally towel. And if your season ends up ending at Game 7 in Pittsburgh, you're like, oh, man, what a horrible way to go out. Part of me thinks that the shirts are back because you would expect them to be. But the bracelets, to me, are, one, they look cool on TV. It adds to the atmosphere. It adds to the excitement. But I think it also kind of shows the fans, we know you're paying a lot of money for these seats. We want to make it feel like it's an extra special thing. And so as people are going through their feelings of how the series is going or whatever, it does kind of stick in the back of your mind. The team kind of did it the right way here in the playoffs. The organization, at least in the arena, did enough to make me want to go and come back next year, regular season, even if it's not a ticket package. It's like, I'm going to come back. And maybe it kind of, portends good things to come next year. I don't know.
Sure. And I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that 100%. My only concern is, what happened the last time. Why would you do it again?
Well, because that was like a decade ago. You have to be able to test these
notorious.
things.
It's like what you're known for.
Test these things every 10 years. They didn't hand out batteries over at Citizens Bank Park. I'll tell you what, if the Phillies do some kind of giveaway that has batteries in it,
it's
right? Well, all right. But this, you got to at some point be able to.
I hope so. Maybe. I just hope we're not talking about this after the game. I hope I'm not writing a story about it after the game. That's all. And
all these little lights are all synced together because if you look, they're all synced at the same time.
Right. Yeah, it's cool.
It is cool. I mean, it's a really neat look.
It looks good. It really looks good. I hope that we're writing and talking about hockey and not about fan behavior. That's all.
I gotta say, I'm always sucked into this kind of stuff. I just think it's so cool. I don't know if I don't expect that you did, but at WrestleMania, no, it wasn't WrestleMania. It's whatever the last Saudi Arabian WWE PLE. instead of doing bracelets, they had the thing where like it's in between the seats on like little pillars, and it looked like the entire stadium was empty because of like the way that kind of breaks up your sight lines. I gotta say, it is a cool feeling. And somebody said in the comments, it looks like it's a more exclusive thing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's almost like FOMO, right? Like you're looking at it going, man, I did miss out on a cool atmosphere. I don't know. There we go. Thank you, Chris. Royal Rumble. There's a bad Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
This weekend's Backlash. Anyway. Anything else you wanted to get to?
No, I think like I said at the beginning of the period, is we have a minute to go here, a minute and a half to go before the second period starts, is just go out and play the same way you went out and played the first period. Don't change anything. Find a way to finish. I really think that's all it comes down to at this point, right? I mean, you have the Flyers, Bundy, seem to have a recipe that works to get chances against this team.
Yeah.
This is 2 games now. It's wasn't just a one-off. We saw now in Game 3, they figured something out. You just have to finish now.
Yeah, they've had plenty of odd man rushes. They've had 2 half breakaways.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting the chances. They just have to convert on these opportunities that they're given. Some of them are golden chances, and you can't let them pass away in a game like this.
Yeah.
The one thing that really sucked in that period, Konechny gets that awesome opportunity really early in the period, and you're like, you can almost feel it in the moment that, like, this is the monkey off the back moment for him, and it doesn't happen. That's a guy that, like, man, they desperately need him to do something here. But you got to imagine he's already putting a ton of pressure on himself, and that's not going to help. So we'll see. Bundy, what do you look for to start the period? Most important thing for the Flyers to do, just keep playing the same way they did?
Yeah,
of the first?
Just keep going. I mean, they had their chances, so you got to wait and hope that they capitalize on those opportunities. It's going to be 4-on-4 here to start this period because of the call that Drysdale took late, and then Carolina will have a very abbreviated power play. So I think the Flyers need to come out here with the same mojo they did in the first and try to equalize this game.
All right, we will be back. Second intermission and postgame here on the Press Row Show. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Send it to, I don't know, friends, family, ex-girlfriends. It doesn't matter. Just share it. It helps us. We'll talk to all of you second intermission here on the Press Row Show. Did you see the clip of Rossini on Barstool Family Feud with Vrabel?
On Barstool what?
So apparently Barstool does some form of like Family Feud called Barstool Feud. So she was on it. Mike Vrabel was on it. And the question was, name something you closed your eyes to do. She said in front of Vrabel on the same show, close your eyes to have sex with your husband or wife. She a hoe. She a straight up hoe.
Flyers goal scored by number 46, Therien. The sixth of the playoffs. The sixth number 36 in the lot grade, along with number 94, Porter Martone. 5 minutes, 31 seconds. And hold the little goal from here, scored by number 46, Trevor Zegras. The sixth, number 36 in the lot grade, and number 94, Porter Martone at 2:31. For that Flyers goal, which was scored by Trevor Zegras. All fans age 21 and older receive 50 cents. Stateside Dr. Kings, stateside live game.
You're not allowed to make a hand pass in your own end.
What's that?
Since when are you not allowed to make a hand pass in your own end?
I don't know. Was that the blue line, though?
I thought he was inside the blue line.
Welcome into the Press Row Show, the number one rated pregame, intermission, and postgame show this side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, west of Oman. And Oman is what a lot of people were saying during that period. Just when it felt like the Flyers were going to have a breakthrough, God forbid the Pico powerless play found a little bit of something. Jamie Drysdale fails to keep the puck in the offensive zone, goes the other way, shorthanded goal almost immediately. Well, that sucks. And then you think to yourself, all right, well, it can't possibly get worse. And then Drysdale actually takes a penalty. You're like, holy crap, you're about to, wow. And then it evens up, a high stick, evens up. And then you end up.
I don't know what Brad Brindamore was complaining about. Like,
got an unsportsmanlike. So you have a 5-on-3 with what it was like a minute 25, minute 30 or whatever.
Minute 30 or so, yeah.
You get a 5-on-3. You're busy passing the puck around, looking for a cute shot, Christ-sized passes, bunch of BS, get nothing out of it.
I was more perplexed by them not even being able to get set up at the beginning of that.
Why would that be perplexing?
On a 5-on-3?
This freaking man advantage, two-man advantage. You can give the Flyers a 5-on-2 right now, and they would still look like they're like koalas with the eucalyptus leaf. Hand it to them. They have no clue. It's a disaster.
I'm getting to the point on the power play where I hope they just come out unscathed.
Yeah,
Like they don't give up anything.
It's almost more likely that they're going to give up a shorty than it is
they gave
that
up
they're
a
gonna score.
shorty, a huge shorty against.
It's a disgusting mess.
Yeah, it's bad. And we said all along that this could be the undoing when it happens. When it gets to the point in the playoffs where they eventually lose, we're probably going to sit there and say, well, it was probably because they couldn't do anything on the power play.
It's definitely a factor.
I mean,
100%.
5-on-5, they've been fine.
Yes, they go to the power play and they just take a crap.
Yeah, it's bad.
Bad.
It's really, really bad.
It's maddening. And the one thing, and I know like weeks ago, you were saying that like, you got to hope the front office doesn't fall in love with the center situation and, all that lovely stuff. I mean, a psychotic person who's drinking like the worst orange Kool-Aid would say, well, if the power play were at least remotely competitive, this could be a real series. The Flyers might actually have a chance to go up 2-1 tonight.
It would not be wrong to say that, Russ.
But the downside is that in order for you to get that power play better, it's not simply a matter of changing the power play coach. They've done that. I mean, the Rocky Thompson horror show has somehow become worse. They've got to add legitimate talent this offseason to improve whatever the hell this power play is and hopefully not even make it like a top 10. Like, we just get it out of the basement. If this were like the 20th ranked power play in the league, I don't know. It's maddening. It's upsetting. It's disappointing. The one thing that you shouldn't have to worry about letting you down as much as the power play has is the power play. Especially against a team like this.
They've been letting them down for 5 years, so I'm almost tired of complaining about it.
Yeah.
Except that they just gave up a shorthanded goal to give up the lead again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Bunny. I'm tired of complaining about it too, except that the fact that, while it happens in the regular season and you get annoyed by it and you get frustrated by it, it's costing you a playoff series right now.
It is.
Like, I mean, it is. It's a different animal for me right now, right? Like, this is costing you a playoff series. That's all there is to it. Like, the Flyers have figured something out against the Carolina Hurricanes that other teams have struggled to figure out. Maybe except for Florida. Florida Panthers last couple of years, right? Have figured it out.
Yeah.
Other than that, nobody else has really been able to identify a way to really put pressure on this team. The Flyers are doing it other than the power play.
Yeah. Yeah, 5-on-5, they've been fine.
Yeah. And that's what's got to make you so, I understand why fans are mad. Like, you should be mad because the team could be winning this series if it weren't for that.
I don't want to say they'd be winning the series.
Well,
it could
tonight.
be tied. I mean, Carolina's been the better team in this series.
I digress. Could be 1-1, and
it'd be 1-1 with a lead tonight.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. That's what I mean. Yeah. But that's my point. To sit there, I mean, I know everybody's upset and they want to kill the team, and I get it, fine, whatever. But the team is not playing all that bad. It's just the power play that's the problem in my mind right now.
I don't understand. I'm an idiot. Maybe that's the explanation. I don't know how you find any loyalty to any of these guys on either power play unit, so much that like you're not willing to blow up both of them. Put together what you think is really an unbelievably stacked top unit, which doesn't exist. And then, like, I don't even know what you do with the second unit. I don't know if it's like a play the kids thing, but like it can't be any worse. It fundamentally cannot be worse than it's been. Anyway, this one over here, super chat from MRA W4Z. Thank you for the super chat. Says Zegras is a winger. Can we end the speculation?
I mean, I'm trying to tell you that for a while.
You know, the flip side,
I agree with him.
The flip side is, though, Zegras down the stretch, say the last 14 games of the regular season,
he was fine.
Was perfectly fine.
He was fine. But was he a difference maker as a center?
No, but it did free up that logjam that you had at wing, and he was
fine.
He was better than passable. He wasn't game changing as a center, but it was good.
Yeah, it was fine.
Pittsburgh wasn't his best series, and then this one, they put him back to wing. I don't know.
There's been a few guys that are going in this game. There's been a few guys that got to pick it up a little bit here in the third. We need some offense. They need Mishkov going here.
Yeah.
He's looked like he's in mud again tonight.
You know who looked really good in the first period? And I don't think looked bad in the second, but definitely looked better in the first was Forster.
Forster looked good that period.
I felt like Forster tonight overall has had one of his best games in a while. And it felt like for a while he kind of hit that wall. I wonder if it's just that I said to Ant during the first period, I wonder if it's that adrenaline rush of playing back at home. You hope it's not, because then there's an inherent crash that'll happen. But maybe it's that little bit of time. Maybe he just needed a couple of days between games. Maybe that was the difference. I don't know. But he definitely has looked better tonight.
Yeah,
considerably
he's
better.
been good. He actually looks like he's got his legs tonight.
Yeah.
They're not winning enough puck battles, I don't find. I just think Carolina's giving them chances. That's the thing in this hockey game. The Flyers have just not capitalized again. Plenty of ample chances in this game to do something.
There's a comment that we can't bring up on the screen. Scroll up. You'll see it. Anyway,
it's not letting me.
It is the second intermission. So, how are you so bad at scrolling on your computer? What happened to you?
Dude, I'm hitting the arrow button. It won't let me go
Use
up.
the two-finger scroll. Don't you have a two-finger scroll on that thing?
No, it's not a Mac.
Buddy,
is it the one about Forster?
Yeah. Two-finger scrolls are a thing on PC, too. What are you talking about? It's not a Mac. Come on, man. Come on. All right. I'll tell you what we don't have to implore to come on. That's Intern Andrew. Intern Andrew is here. It is the second intermission, which means it is time, gentlemen. Warm up those horns. Let's welcome the young man in. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ching, 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 ching.
That was depressing.
Yeah, like this game. Like this freaking power
It's
play.
a one-goal game. We've got a chance here.
It's this power play. It's killed us.
I know.
That is lackluster energy out of us.
Wouldn't it be funny if he asked the trivia question about the power play?
Guys, did you know that there's never been a power play as inept as this Flyers? Yeah, we know, intern.
All right. So the Flyers so far this postseason have had 7 goals combined from defensemen. 2 from Drysdale, 2 from Sanheim, 1 from Risto, 1 from York, 1 from Sealer. 7 goals by defensemen.
Okay.
That's really good.
Flyers franchise record for combined goals by defensemen in a single postseason is 13. They did it twice. They had 5 guys in 1987 combined for 13, and 4 guys in 95 combined for 13.
4.
Yes. So in total, can you name those 9 Flyers defensemen? 5 from 87, 4 from 95.
All right.
Desjardins had to.
Well, not 90.
Haller, Desjardins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was Dykhouse
He scored 1.
Yeah.
and Swoboda.
No.
Is he here yet? No.
No, that was before he got here.
He was on the team, but he didn't score.
Oh, he was on the team in '95?
Yeah, they traded him that year, yeah.
That was okay.
See who the other defenseman would be on that team.
Was it you?
No, it wasn't me.
No.
I was on that team, but I didn't score that. That was my rookie year.
Okay. Well, I'll go 87. Mark Howe.
Doug Crossman.
Doug Crossman. J.J. Daigneault.
Yep.
Brad McCrimmon.
Yes.
And
Brad Marsh.
Correct.
Brad Marsh, yeah.
All right, so now we have one left from 95.
So who did you? So you said Howard Desjardins.
Fowler, Desjardins, and
Dykehouse.
Yeah. So you're missing a guy that had one goal.
One other guy. 95.
Dmitry Yuskevich.
That is correct.
Oh, very
Wow.
good. Good pull.
He was my partner that year. So
Good pull.
I pulled it, yeah.
Good pull. Yeah.
Did you have an assist on that one?
I don't think so.
I can find it.
Yeah.
I didn't. No, I did not have an assist.
You didn't have a point your first year?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. But you played in all the games,
I
right?
did, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never been scratched from a playoff hockey game.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I could have sworn I remembered you playing all the games.
Intern, nice trivia out of you.
Very good. That was a good one.
Very well done. He had a good stat tonight. Good trivia. He was ready for the second round.
He also filled in. Don't forget pregame.
He did. It gives you a little boost. He had the adrenaline boost like Tyson Forster.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
All right, good job, intern.
So, I don't know what
Can I
else
tell
to
you the
say.
stupidest thing I saw on Twitter this week?
No.
No. It's so bad that you're gonna be mad that I said it. Somebody put a picture of Sam Ersson on Twitter, and they said,
I saw it.
"Why is it that Rick Tocchet has forgotten about this man?" And I was like, "Is you stupid or is you dumb?" What a wild take to have.
Yeah, that was stupid. That's
I
stupid.
think you're born stupid, but you can become dumb. I think it's two totally different things.
How about the other way around?
No, I think you're born stupid.
Really? I think
Yeah.
because stupid's like to me is a harsher.
Yeah, it's harsher. You're born like that, and then you can become dumb. Through
Stupid
your
is as stupid
personal
does.
experiences.
Yeah.
Stupid is as stupid does, Jenny.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I really don't know what else to say, guys. I mean, like, again, if you're in that locker room right now, I think you're doing the same thing that you said last period. Bring the same thing from the first. Like, you're playing at 5-on-5. You're playing the way you need to play.
Yeah.
Don't
they're
change-
limiting chances. Yeah.
Don't change a thing.
Yep.
Don't change a thing, other than maybe you decline a penalty.
Carolina's funny. They've been playing rope-a-dope a little bit in this game. Today.
Yeah.
Like, they've given up lots of chances. They've depended on their goaltender. They've gotten extremely lucky a couple times. The Flyers just need to keep pressing. The only thing I hate that they're down at one goal at the end of the second period. Because usually the odds of you carrying in that team win in the third is usually pretty good for the team that has the lead.
Yeah.
So that's why the Flyers got to break through this period. And that's why I said, like, they need guys that haven't been putting the puck in the net. Konechny, Forster, Mishkov. Those guys need to step up and help with the offense. It can't just be one guy or two guys.
It's interesting to look at shots on goal so far in this game. Porter Martone, 2. Alex Bump, 2. Matvei Michkov, 2. Right? 3 young dudes. Travis Konechny, 1 shot on goal.
And one that hit the post. That doesn't count as a shot on goal.
I know. Even though it literally is on the goal. Like, literally hits it. Yeah.
Because the goalie didn't make the save, that's why it doesn't count.
Although I thought somebody said that they made an official ruling change on the Konechny one, that it wasn't the post.
The other
It was deflected.
not
Oh, you
to-
mean the second one?
No, the one in overtime in game 2, that's the one that was deflected.
No, I'm saying in this game, somebody said that it was one of the Konechny things was changed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll pull it, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, it kind of comes down to, like, you are where you are, and you're not what you're not. And Konechny, for better or worse, I mean, I bitch about this all season, right? But it's like $8.75 million, kind of was expected to be a guy that could be like a 30, 35 goal pest. We haven't really seen that. And in the postseason, like, it just hasn't, it's been non-existent. And, like, it cannot simply come down to teenager Porter Martone's got to be the one to find the goals. It can't. I don't know. It is kind of frustrating. Maybe that's the biggest thing yet. We always talk about how, like, there's a lack of center depth on this team and how they have to address that next year. I don't know how you find it, where you find it, whatever, but, like, for you to not have a dude that you can lean on as a goal scorer in these moments, that really hurts you. I know that Tippett being out hurts, but I don't look at him as, like, a sniper. Forster, if he's healthy, you look at as more of a goal-scoring threat.
Yeah.
Martone,
remember, he was on pace for 40 goals before he got hurt.
And Martone clearly, like, when he's not a teenager. He'll bulk up. He'll learn. He'll be more ready for this kind of moment next year. It's unfair to expect him to be a lights-out goal scorer at age 19, like a month and a half removed from playing college hockey. Somebody's got to do with it.
Yeah.
What are you smelling? Oh, you smelling it? What are you smelling?
Overtime.
Smelling overtime?
You feel it in the air? I don't feel it in the air.
I smell overtime.
I don't feel it.
I think they're going to tie the game, and we're going to go to overtime.
There's a humidity that you expect
and then we'll see what happens. But that's what I think.
You got triple overtime on deck tonight?
An 8:00 start. That's absolutely what's on. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
The air
you
spin.
just spoke that into existence, Bundy.
Yeah.
No chance.
Triple overtime tonight.
Damn you.
I don't know if Vince McMahon just walked in the building, but I keep hearing no chance in hell. Ain't happening.
Yeah. So.
Bundy, if the Flyers...
Oh, is that Ginny? That's Ginny.
It is.
Hi, Jenny.
Good to see you.
Jenny Perron in the building.
The late, great Bernie Perron's wife, Ginny Perron, is here tonight.
Bundy, obviously, this is the biggest make or break period of the season.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it is. The one thing, if you're what's the one thing that you're saying to the guys to make sure they don't collapse mentally?
Just play your game 5-on-5. Stay out of the penalty box. That's not helping. Carolina has a power play to start this period, and the Flyers need a kill. They need to get this killed right away. It's the most important kill of the year.
All right, we'll be back post-game here on the Press Row Show. Welcome into the Press Row Show, the number one rated pregame, intermission, postgame show. Uncomfortable truths after that one, Bundy.
Yeah.
Excellent first period from this Flyers team.
They had a good first 12 minutes of the game, and that was it.
Hit multiple posts.
Yeah.
It felt like the place was going to come unglued. Konechny had a really great opportunity early in this one. And then you want to go first 12 minutes, maybe say first 15. And then after that, it was just a string, a comedy. It was just errors after errors, unforced errors, stupid plays, undisciplined plays.
Yeah.
And an inability to score with the man advantage, an inability to score with a two-man advantage, an inability to set up shop in the offensive zone with a man or two-man advantage. Those are ultimately the things that doomed the team tonight. But, I mean,
their power play sucked. I mean, what are you going to say? It's sucked for 5 years now, 6 years.
Yep.
But tonight it hemorrhaged in a way where it really put you behind the eight ball. Gave up that shorthanded goal on the power play. I mean, I'm at a point when you're getting down the last few minutes, you're on your power play. You got to take really good care of the puck and take care of your positioning on the ice, so you don't give anything shorthanded. But it almost felt like after that goal, I felt like Flyers were going to need a monumental effort to break free in the third period, and it just didn't happen. And they, to be honest with you, when Carolina scored the goal, the third goal, the Flyers just disappeared for the rest of the third period. They had nothing after that.
I know that there are a lot of people out there right now, and I'm seeing it in the comments. There are people right now who are complaining about the officiating. And it's fair to say that tonight's game wasn't the best officiated game. But make no mistake about it. This game was lost because the Flyers had an inability to meet the moment. The Flyers had an inability to score on the power play, and they kept putting themselves into positions where they were on the penalty kill, and Carolina took advantage of their opportunities, and the Flyers did not. Now, you can make the argument that were there not so many penalties called, maybe you're not on the penalty kill as much, but still. This is a special teams story.
Yeah, it was tonight, and it got away from the Flyers, and they lost the game because of it. There's nothing else to say. I mean, they're down 3-0 in the series. There's been, four teams in the history of the NHL that have come back. Andrew, you going to check that? Is it 4 or 5? 4. So,
and it ain't happening this time. And we all know that it's not. But I got to say, and this is one of those times where you're just like, you're frustrated. We're all kind of frustrated because it leaves such a bad taste in your mouth. And if ultimately the season ends in a sweep on Saturday, it does take some wind out of your sails about how the series against the Pens went. I gotta tell you though, there's some stuff here where I can look at it and say, Porter Martone, you're a teenager. I don't expect too much out of you.
Yeah, I don't give anything.
Tyson Forster, you had a great first period. You worked your ass off to help this team make the playoffs, and it hasn't really worked out in the postseason. I'm not putting this on you. Denver Barkey, and Alex Bump, you busted your ass. I have no problem with it. Travis Konechny can miss me with this BS at the end of the game, trying to instigate, doing whatever the hell he's doing at the end of this one. If I'm Rick Tocchet, you know what my clear direction to Travis Konechny is? The next time I see you chirp, you're sitting on the bench and you're staying there. I want to see you put the biscuit in the basket before I see you chirp a single soul. I know that there's a whole he's the spiritual guy. He's the heartbeat of the team. This dude in this postseason has come up so incredibly small. And to see that at the end of the game, we're like, this is way far gone. This isn't trying to spark the team to turn it around with, a period to go. It's just like stupid ticky-tack BS. It's genuinely dumb. And I think it looks even worse because he hasn't performed, because he hasn't done what you need him to do.
Yeah, he ends up looking like a fourth liner, right? The way he played at the end there with Miller. I mean, it was just I understand frustration. I've been there before. I've been there lots of times where you're frustrated. You want to try to get a pound of flesh at the end of a game to try to leave your mark for the next one. But it was 4-1 with a couple minutes left, and he's going after Keandre Miller, who just laughed it off.
Yeah.
Took a double minor.
Wasn't even, I think he was saying something to Konechny, but what are we doing here? And by the way, and I see the people putting in the comments, Konechny was the one who, sat dejected late in the regular season before they went on the run and said, I'm sick of missing the playoffs. Well, your team largely, and I wouldn't say it was a lot to do with him. I'm sure he had something to do with it, but There were a lot of other names that we were talking about down the stretch, the last 14 games, last 16 games of the season that were lighting the lamp. A lot of younger dudes on the team that were putting his ass to shame when it came to scoring goals on this team. And I get that he plays in a lot of, different critical roles on this team, and that's great. But you're making $8.75 million.
Yeah, you're expected to be the best player.
Yeah. If you're a $5.5 million guy, and that's what you're doing at the end, or if you're Garnet Hathaway and you're a fourth line dude and you want to instigate for fun, whatever.
Yeah.
But the expectation has to be higher. And you want to get into the playoffs? Cool. Don't puke all over yourself in the postseason. Do better. Do what the team needs you to do. What the team needs him to do is score goals. And his inability to do so in the midst of this rough 3-game stretch to the series has effectively doomed them.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're
game on his stick at the end of game 2.
They're in deep doo-doo now. Yeah, I mean, he missed that breakaway again beginning of this game.
Game on his, well, not really game on his stick, but a lead in game 3 on his stick right at the beginning of the, like, I don't know who else who else, I mean, honestly, like, if, you don't want to, like, pile it onto one guy and say it's one guy's fault, because it's not ultimately just one guy's fault.
It's not one guy's fault.
But, like, there's a lot. There's a lot there.
Couturier, he's not played well in these playoffs, and that's unfortunately something you have to evaluate at the end of the season. There's nothing you can do about it now. You just hope he gets going. Probably too late now when you're down 3-0 in the series.
Yep.
He's a distracting guy when someone's computer volume up.
It's Anthony's.
Anthony's?
I'll fix it. Okay. Continue. Oh, my God.
There has to be an easier way to do this.
Well, this is why Ant is the way that he is, though. Look at that. 64. There we go. Now there's no echo. SanFilippo. What a guy. Anyway.
Konechny's is an impactful player when he's playing really good. North-south, he's getting pucks in the net, and he's distracting at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what kind of, see you, Mike. Have
number
a good
one,
night, buddy.
Number one
organist in the league, buddy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
And don't let anybody touch his organ, intern. You guard it over there, right?
He's covered up his organ and everything over there.
He did. What a stud. What a guy.
No, he's just had a disappointing playoff, and he's trying to bottle the two things he does well: be a disruptor and be a goal scorer in the one thing, but it's not worked. Yep. And he's ended up looking more like a little bit of a disruptor.
Yeah,
but at poor times.
Well, and I heard what Ant was saying yesterday on the show with you, and then what he said pregame about Konechny's inability to be impactful in the playoffs. It was like, oh, he was a rookie for the first thing, and then it was the bubble. Well, I mean, other guys figured out ways to get it done, and in the bubble, other guys figured out a way to get it done. Like, I don't write off the entirety of the bubble. Like, there are, what is it, 30 games he's up to now, 31 playoff games that Konechny's up to in his career, 2 goals. Like, that's not good enough. It's just not, and it sucks. I mean, good dude, well liked in the locker room. Like, it's not a character assassination of the guy, but like the people who are out there calling him Tobias Konechny. What
was that? Like Tobias Harris?
Like Tobias Harris. Highly paid guy, kind of shrinks in the playoffs, doesn't do what you kind of need him to do. I don't think it's a totally fair and apt comparison.
Hasn't Harris been really good this year in the playoffs?
You didn't see the play that happened tonight. Donovan Mitchell crossed him up, and you know how they like joke about ankle breakers on the crossovers? Tobias Harris fell down and grabbed his hip. So I know he's getting older. Yeah. He needed a life alert. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Anyway, yeah, he's been okay for Detroit. Detroit's a bunch of frauds.
So Konechny's at 12 points in 31 career playoff games.
2 goals, 10 assists?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's the goal number that's really the one that shines.
But is that or is that not the thing that for the last 2 years I've kind of been like hitting the table about is like, for better or worse, they thought that he was going to become like a 35-goal scoring sort of threat. They thought that more if he would have a higher proportion of his points were going to be goals.
Goodbye, sweetie.
And ultimately, like they haven't gotten that. And the thing is that like down the stretch of the regular season, you did have guys like Forster was going. Tippett for better part of like 3-4 weeks put the team on his back.
Yep.
He was putting it in the net. Zegras was figuring it out. Mitchkov looked like he was kind of rounding a corner. Barkey and these guys were doing it, but it wasn't him. Like it wasn't ultimately like Travis Konechny put the team on his back, complained that we don't make the playoffs, and then like went on a 6 goals in 12 game streak or something. That wasn't what was going on. And it's frustrating because you can write off a series against Pittsburgh and say, like, he was more impactful in other ways. Somebody's got to score the goals. And you can't look at the 19-year-old or the 22-year-old over there. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't. That's going to be something that they have to figure out this offseason. Not him. He's got a no movement clause. He's got a big number and a no movement clause. There ain't a lot to do there. There was a super chat, by the way, Bundy, that we should get to. There we go. Yeah, wait, I got it. No, it was. Oh, okay. There you go. John, what does that say? John L.A. likes I don't know.
John Lalikius.
John, thank you for being here. John Lalikius
from north of the border.
Oh yeah, Canadian money. Thank you. We love that.
Thank you.
That. By the way, Potato Cam is here. That's how you know. That's how you know it's getting legit tonight. We're paying our bills with Canadian dollars. Thank you, John. Very nice of you. Do you think Flyers move forward after this season with Couturier, Konechny, and Sanheim? I'm basically saying Konechny should be the one to go.
Yeah, he's got a no movement clause, so I mean that's something the Flyers will have to review. But I don't see that happening. I just don't see it happening. He's been a valuable player to the team. I know it's not been a great playoff for him, but I don't think I don't think that's going to be a discussion that's going to be had. I don't
think so either. No. Nope. Here's the question. Is there something to be said for if the Flyers were to go out and acquire a center this offseason? Like Austin Matthews' name is going to be out there. Brady Tkachuk's name is going to be out there. If you were to bring in a guy that is like a legit 1C and you put Konechny on his wing, does that unlock something? I tend to think it probably would.
It might, yeah.
The frustrating thing, though, is that, like, again, given the salary, and, like, you don't blame a guy for taking the contract, but, like, given the salary, you would hope that, like, you could elevate your maybe not true 1C on your line. Like, you could still figure out ways to get it done. It just hasn't happened. I don't know.
No, and they're having a hard time scoring goals right now, too, so that's another problem that we haven't even gotten into.
Well, and they overcomplicate things too.
Yeah,
and that's the power play, and that's other times as well. They have overcomplicated it. When they've been the most successful this season, it's simple things, right? Putting pucks on net, crashing the net, making life uncomfortable for goalies. They just stopped doing it against Carolina, which I just don't get. I don't get it at all. Can you think of a reason why they've stopped trying to get into dirty areas and like manufacture things?
Trying to be too pretty.
But why? How?
Because that's just what happens when you're on the ice sometimes, and people you just don't see. Have a good night. Yeah, they're not doing you got to score greasy goals in the playoffs, and they just have not done that. They haven't gotten into the gray areas that you have to outcompete the other team's goaltender, and it's been tough to watch, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah. Johnny P says no team is trading away a valuable center. Matthews, I would not be surprised. I think there's a better than 50% chance that Matthews gets dealt.
Oh, I think so for sure. I think 50% is a pretty good number. Yeah.
So
I think so too.
I think you'll see centers get moved this offseason. What'll it cost? I don't know. The interesting thing is that if Toronto's playing the long game, if they admit to themselves that like this isn't happening, you just added, have a new front office. I don't know if there's anything more attractive to them than getting back their first round pick.
Yeah, that's certainly something to work with.
I mean, again, I'm not a huge advocate for the Austin Matthews trade if it's going to mean you're trading a Martone or a Michkov, but like
you're going to have to trade one of those guys. You are. If you want Matthews, you're going to have to give away quite a bit to get him.
It's possible.
Yeah,
but that's why I'm saying I think them getting back their first though, knowing that they're probably like it certainly would look like it's going to be a top 5 pick.
It could be. We don't know what kind of year Toronto's going to have next year. They could have a better year.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, if they kind of say to themselves, like, we're kind of resetting it a little bit, maybe you do kind of sell off some pieces up there. I don't know. We'll see. Just saying. That's a very enticing piece.
Yeah, all I'm saying is if you want a McDavid or you want a Austin Matthews, because apparently McDavid's going to be on the move, too. He signed a 2-year deal, team-friendly deal to give them a chance. And it looks like that's coming to we've got an expiration date on it.
Do you see the thing floated out there about San Jose?
Yeah.
With the second overall pick and then maybe a couple of things. I mean, that would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having McDavid and Celebrini?
Celebrini.
Good God.
Yeah. They have McDavid and Draisaitl now.
They do.
So, I mean, that's another 100-point guy. So it's not like you're changing the the whole dynamic of it up much.
The wild thing is, if you listen, the only thing that makes me think that McDavid is looking east, right, is he keeps pointing out that you've got San Jose and Anaheim and a couple of other teams out west, plus Chicago could maybe figure it out. It's almost as if he's like saying the old guard of the Western Conference is kind of on its way out. And of course, like Minnesota looks legit. Dallas went out early, but they're always legit. Colorado's still legit. It's almost as if he's kind of going, there might be hope. There's hope to like go and impact a team in the East and have an easier ride to a potential final. I don't know. It'll be interesting. But anyway, those are conversations for the offseason. Is there anything, Bundy, when you look now, you're down 0-3. I think that it maybe changes personnel a little bit. I think that maybe an Oliver Bonk can figure out that maybe gets into the lineup for a game 4. Yes, you want to win your games, but like realistically, you're not coming back from 0-3. Do you start to look at the possibility of getting a Bonk in the lineup for game 4?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't.
If you were the coach, would you roll with the same guys, or do you?
I'd probably roll with the same guys.
You think so?
Yeah, I would. You know, they've been here all year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've gotten you to this point, no matter what the score of the series is. I don't think there's anything necessary to change up. I don't even know. Same with Luchenko. For me,
I can't imagine Luchenko.
No, I mean, the Flyers had a good start tonight. They had a good first 12 minutes of this game. They did not follow suit after that. It's almost like they felt like, damn, we didn't score. What do we do now?
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of where they left me with at the end of the game.
Yeah. All right, intern, you got anything before we head out?
Well, I said to you off the air the unfortunate stat that the last 2 Flyers glow up bracelet games, they've been outscored on aggregate 10-2. So maybe just get rid of that altogether.
Well, I'm glad they didn't throw them on the ice tonight in mass.
There's at least that. Now, if there's one silver lining, in 2016, after they got blown out by the Capitals, the Flyers did end up winning the next 2 games. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll extend the series a little bit, and we'll be back here for Game 6. Who's to say?
Well, it's been the thing is, it's been a decade since the last time they did the bracelets, and guess what? I would say that this is growth from the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah,
it's true.
You know,
they've come a long way.
Personal growth.
Yeah, that famous photo of Ovechkin and Simmons telling the crowd to stop. They finally listened.
Well, wish we could be looking to Saturday with a little bit more hope, but we got to be realistic here. Saturday could very well be the final game of the season here at home, at the very least, for your team, your town, and Philadelphia Flyers. But we will be here to cover it. It's a 6 o'clock start on
6
Saturday?
o'clock Saturday,
Oh,
yeah.
Weird start.
Yeah, weird start time.
So 5:30 press row show pregame. We'll be back. And then Ant tells us that there will be a final Snow the Goalie radio next week, unless they're about to
come
go
back and they bring it to 7. We'll have 2 more weeks. Let's see what happens.
I'm in Toronto the following week, so it'll be the 2 of you again in 2 weeks if they're coming back. I don't see it. I try to be eternal optimist here, but it ain't happening. Anyway,
When do you go to Toronto?
2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll probably be watching Canes and Sabres. That's gonna stink.
Yeah.
On a positive note, all the Toronto people are going to be miserable up there. They're pretty miserable right now, except for the pick. They're happy about the pick.
I would think, yeah.
It was rigged.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. Big thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. Don't forget, you can find the show in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcasts. You can find clips of the show on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And, of course, you can always find the show on YouTube, Facebook, and X. For Bundy, for Ant, who's down in the bowels of the arena, for intern Andrew on the 1s and 2s, I'm Russ. Thanks for watching Snow the Goalie. We will talk to all of you Saturday.
Good night, everybody.